Before we jump into the episode today, I want to share something with you from my heart. First of all, thank you so much for listening to the podcast. I really can't tell you how much your support means to me. We've been doing the podcast now for almost 4 years. I can't even believe it. And I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you that listens, shares an episode with your friends, sends me a DM or a text message letting me know how an episode resonated with you or any aha moments. Seriously, I couldn't be more grateful to be able to create this podcast. It has been such a blessing in my life, and I love hearing the ways it's been able to provide value in yours as well. One thing you might not know is how much work it takes to be consistent with a podcast. In fact, did you know that the majority of podcasts don't make it past episode number 10? And we are well beyond that. And it's just a lot thinking of the episodes, recording them, editing them, managing the guests, making sure that everything runs smoothly and gets uploaded consistently and regularly. And so that's why I have created an amazing opportunity for you to support the podcast monetarily. And in exchange for that, you will get exclusive premium subscriber content. So for as little as $3 a month, you can become a premium subscriber of the podcast. And every month I will upload new voice-guided workouts and breathwork meditation audio for you. So that way you can work out with me, coaching you in your ears. You can also take a moment to reduce your stress and relax and come down and ground down with one of my breathwork audios. So if that is on your heart to support the podcast for as little as $3 a month to become a premium podcast subscriber, I can't tell you how much that means to me and the growth of this podcast. I appreciate you. If you're interested, click the link in the description, become a premium podcast subscriber, new content every month, and while supplies last, I'll send you an exclusive podcast coffee mug so you can have your self-love and sweat coffee every morning. I appreciate you. Now let's get into the show. Welcome to Self-Love and Sweat, the podcast, the place where you'll get inspired to live your life unapologetically, embrace your perfect imperfections, break down barriers, and do what sets your soul on fire. I'm your host, Lunden Souza. Hey friend, it's me, Lunden Souza, online lifestyle transformation coach. I help people all over the world just like you who know they are meant for more, get their mind right and their body tight, and go from crazy busy to crazy happy. And hey, if it's our first time meeting, welcome. So happy to have you. And if you've been with us for a while, it's so great that you're here too. I'm really excited to share this episode of the Self-Love and Sweat podcast with you. Hey, you guys, before we get started with today's episode, which is a really great question, by the way, you're going to love it. I'm so excited to let you know that signups for my 6-week Mind Body Love online group coaching program have officially opened, and early bird special is 50% off, 50% off until May 23rd. And we start all together on June 1st. I love to reward people for saying yes to their goals and dreams and jumping all in. And you are not going to want to miss this opportunity to change your life, okay? Maybe you're feeling stuck inside, right? So many to-dos and thoughts dancing around in your mind. You're trying to stick to some sort of schedule to stay sane, scrolling through social media here and there to get some workout ideas or some workout inspiration, trying to eat healthy and not snack the day away, all while trying to meditate and do morning mantras. But hey, instead of feeling like you're doing everything and nothing to get back on track, you need to develop consistency. And that comes with having ongoing support support right when you need it, and a clear plan with real life strategies that actually work so you can take action and take control of your health and fitness. Your life is about to massively change if you keep moving forward with me on this 6-week journey. And we're doing this all together starting on June 1st. Okay. If you've lost your motivation and can't seem to find a healthy balance in your life, if you're feeling a bit and you want to get in shape and boost your confidence, if you're ready for an energy boost that will actually last, okay? If you want to eat healthy, but you're sick of dieting and you actually want, strategies and a solid understanding on how to build a meal plan that's going to make you feel amazing and help you reach your goals and not make you feel deprived. You want to feel confident, happy, and vibrant in your own skin and have fun and a ton of variety in your workouts. And that's exactly why the 6-week Mind, Body, Love program is for you, to help you find your balance, get back your energy, get stronger, and implement strategies that actually work in real life for real people, okay? And you get to connect with other real people too, right? And share all sorts of motivation within our group for ongoing support. And that is the secret sauce, the ongoing support, the people in your corner, there with you every step of the way. Okay, so you're going to get 6 weeks of support, accountability, and coaching from me. You'll have 4 workouts every week. That's a variety of body weight training, some stuff with light equipment you can find around the house, yoga, some fun exercises and challenges, ways to track your progress, a full schedule and checklist to stay organized and on track, that full plan of action, that clear picture, right? Nutrition guide and tons of simple recipes and delicious recipes. So good, so easy to make. You're going to have that solid understanding, like I said, of how to create your own meal plan and stop always trying to follow something that's just continuously not working for you, and showing up for yourself and creating what will work for you. And I'm going to teach you exactly how to do that. We're going to have weekly Monday mindset video coaching sessions. We're going to have weekly live Q&As to ask me your questions and get that support and guidance that you need. We're going to have these weekly challenges to up-level your mindset and motivation. We'll have everyday access in our exclusive Facebook group and these deep connections. And you might even find a soul sister or two. I mean, this is so awesome that we have technology and we're able to work together in this way because we're not alone. When we try to do things alone, we can't go to that next level. Okay. I have coaches. I'm in group coaching programs myself all the time, always trying to up level, learn new things, learn new strategies, do better, live better, feel better, get more excited about my life and my contributions to the world and how I can help other people and do what sets my soul on fire. And you deserve that too. So let's do this together. 6 weeks, Mind, Body, Love Challenge. You can reserve your spot at lifelikeLondon.com/MBL. Remember, 50% off until May 23rd. And signups close on the 28th. We get started on June 1st, baby. Starting the new month off, 6 weeks you will never, ever forget. Okay, so let's get into this episode. So today's podcast episode comes from a question, an awesome question that I got in my DMs on Instagram. So it goes down in the DMs, friends. You can send me a DM. I am at Life Like London on Instagram and basically everywhere on social media, but especially on Instagram. Go ahead and shoot me a message because I will respond. I'll make a podcast episode out of this. And with the person's permission, I'm going to read you her question and talk about it on today's episode. So here it goes. Hi, London. This is Anna sending greetings from the Czech Republic. I just wanted to reach out and tell you thank you for your Self Love and Sweat podcast. I discovered it about 2 weeks ago and I've binge listened to all the episodes during my running trainings. If it's not too daring. I really enjoyed, first of all, I really enjoyed and appreciated your insights and tips that you share, especially when you talked about starting something new and moving abroad. If it's not too daring, I wanted to suggest an idea for an episode that I think could be interesting. How to manage feeling anxious and overwhelmed
overwhelmed when you try to change some part of your life? I think it's relevant both to fitness and exercise, but also to life in general. When we start something new or when we want to change something, there's a ton of things we want to do and a tons of questions we don't know the answer to. I find it super hard sometimes to navigate the changes without breaking under the pressure. And I believe we all do worry. Am I doing this right? Am I doing enough? Should I be doing more of this or of that? I feel like you have so much insight and experience to share on this based on what you've shared in previous episodes, such as changing a job, starting your own business, and moving to a new country. I'm not sure if it's interesting, but I thought I'd share this with you and thank you for your podcast. I'm looking forward to next episodes. So love that question. I wanted to read it like straight up as is from the DMs because I feel like I love that she reached out. I love when you guys reach out. I love hearing these questions, these raw moments, these authentic moments, these moments where we're like, hey, this is what I'm going through, because it's so important when we ask for help. And we're not the only person that is struggling. And so when we, talk about our struggles and ask questions here, then a lot of other people get to, be helped and get value from that too and find benefit from that too. So thank you so much for that question, Anna from the Czech Republic. I'm so excited to talk about that today. So I wrote a variety of different points down that I want to share with you guys today, because this is definitely something that happens when you start something new, when you start a new workout plan, training plan, life plan, goal, just whatever that might be. When you're starting a new job, whatever that might be. Anytime you're starting something new, it is the unknown. It is scary. We don't know what's going to happen. Thoughts and feelings and doubt and just a lot of stuff we have to learn. There's just a lot going on. And it's a lot of stuff that, quite frankly, at the beginning is new and is fresh and is, stuff we have to get used to and just, all the things, right? So I just want to first and foremost say that, we got to honor that struggle. That struggle is real. The times are tough. All the things that you mentioned will happen, are normal, probably won't go away. You'll just get better at managing them and get better at managing your mindset and your environment in a way that is conducive to helping you reach your goals. Okay. And this is what we're going to talk about today. So the first point is check your circle. Is it a circle or a cage? Now, I think I've quoted this on a podcast episode before, or maybe in my Self-Love and Sweat monthly group. But the late rapper Nipsey Hussle said, check your circle of friends. If you don't feel inspired, you don't have a circle, you have a cage. So this is super important, to look around and see, who do I have around me? In this time, it's really important. Anytime you're starting something new, anytime you're doing anything, I want you to have a support squad around you. It's super important that the people around you are inspiring you, that they are on board for your goals and dreams and are just, uplifting and motivating and aren't Debbie Downers and aren't going to bring you down and aren't going to, try to, talk you down, talk you out of your big dreams and goals. We talk about this in the Mind, Body, Love program, which I talked about at the beginning of this podcast. In week 4, we talk about the 4 most important words and the 5 most important words. And the 5 most important words are surround yourself with good people, like checking in who you are around. Are they uplifting you? Can you be open and honest with them? Okay, that's very, very important. That's something that's going to help you tremendously on this journey. So when you are on this journey, make sure that you're not alone, right? You're not alone, but it's up to you to surround yourself with people who are going to be there for you and that are going to have your best interest at heart, that are going to be inspiring and uplift you. Okay. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is share your struggle, okay? But it doesn't have to be everywhere on social media, but have this circle, okay? And have these go-to people, mentors, coaches, okay? This is super important to help and to listen and to give advice, okay? Don't hold everything in. Make sure you have an outlet for a lot of your questions and things that you need to ask and the struggles that you might be having, okay? Expect that you are going to have struggles. Things are going to be hard. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be rainbows and butterflies. And make sure that you share your struggle early and often. Make sure that you have people that you can go to share that with and to strategize with, to that will just, listen to you, make sure that you are able to share that struggle and go into it knowing, hey, things are going to be tough. There's going to be things that I don't know. There's going to be a lot of things that I have to learn. There's going to be a lot of ways that I have to grow. And I need to make sure that I'm communicating that and I'm seeking out help and sharing that struggle early and often. Okay. Very important. Number 3, this is not by any means number 3 in terms of importance. It's probably at the top. I talk about this on every single podcast. Every time you do something coaching wise with me, follow your heart and your why. Figure out what is on your heart and put it down. Find that why, find that mission statement. Okay. That foundation. Do that from the beginning. Okay. Like I said, like I always say, it needs to be emotionally compelling. You need to be able to go back to it. Okay. Especially when starting something new, right? We're going to go through a lot of struggles. There's going to be a lot of growing pains. There's a lot of things that you have to learn right at the beginning. A lot of, just a lot of things that, even if it's a new, health and fitness routine, for example, it's like new planning, you have to figure out, workout stuff. You're going to have to, figure out all the, the newness and the sore muscles and meal prepping and, what is protein and carbs and fat and what exercises should I be doing and how long and, where am I going to work out and what feels comfortable on my body and just like all the things that are new there. There's going to be a lot of things that you're going through, a lot of newness, a lot of struggles, a lot of the unknown, and your why, your foundation, you have to start there. So that way, no matter what's going on, okay, nothing is going to stop you from reaching that goal and being motivated by that why, being inspired by that why. That doesn't mean every day is easy and rainbow and butterflies and exciting and uplifting and hoop-de-ha, but it means that no matter what, you are relentless in doing what sets your soul on fire. You're relentless in that pursuit and in that why. So take your time with that why, get super clear on it, meditate on it, feel it, love it, own it, and become it. Like that's just seriously so, so, so important. Okay. Like I said, don't do it alone. It's not all about you. Okay. It's really important that you are working with somebody else, that you have a coach, that you have a team, that you have people around you that inspire you and uplift you so that you can gain from them and they can gain from you, right? You get out what you put in. And here's another point that I wrote down that is just like so the truth. Like so the truth. And it's just something that we have to come to terms with and just like learn to dance with, if you will. It's not a matter of any of these voices or thoughts going away. So a lot of these things that you said in the message, Anna, like I'm not enough, or am I doing enough? Am I doing the right things? I don't know a lot. So like, does that mean I'm qualified to do this? So it's not necessarily a matter of these voices going away or these thoughts going away. Like there are always thoughts that we have to reframe, that we have to say, hey, you know what? I'm not a failure. I just learned a way that this didn't work. That wasn't my best performance, but at least I learned X, Y, and Z to do better. I realize there's a lot I have to learn, but I just know that step by step, I'm confident in my ability to figure it out. I'm confident in my ability to show up each workout step by step, one by one, and really reframing a lot of those thoughts. We don't really have any other choice. I was watching or listening to, if you will, hold on, I'm going to grab some water. I was listening to a podcast, the Oprah podcast, one of her podcasts. She has a lot of them, but I listen to almost all of them. But one of them I was listening to, and she was doing a chat with Eckhart Tolle. Eckhart Tolle is just, a master mindset. His work is just so amazing. I'm sure you guys have heard of him, but he said something like, I'm not quoting him exactly, but I just remember because I just listened to the podcast episode, was like, you're not your thoughts. So our thoughts can bring us down. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I can't do this. Who am I to do this? What do other people think? All the things. We are not the things that we think about. We're the observer of our thoughts. So when we're able to take the time, or when we should take the time to observe what we're thinking and reframe those and just sit down with ourselves and be like, hey, you know what? If I'm going to really, really succeed at what my goals and my dreams and where I want to be in this life, it's going to be really important that I don't sabotage myself by myself, with my own thoughts, with what's going on in my mindset there. And it's going to be important for me that I start early on really owning what I'm thinking about, being an active participant in observing what I'm thinking about, changing, what's coming out of my mouth, what I'm saying based on my thoughts, what I'm saying when things are difficult. Am I approaching them like, oh, another thing that I have to do on this new project, or it's like, oh, wow, I'm learning something and I need to figure this out because, this project that I'm super excited about, I'm grounded in my why about, it depends on it. So it's going to be important that we go into it knowing, hey, these voices and thoughts are not necessarily going to go away, but I can reframe them. I can change the way that I see them. Trent Shelton, this guy he's a motivational speaker, author, does a lot of amazing things. He said, what would your life be like if your perspective was your superpower and not your prison? So it's going to be so important that you understand that the way that you perceive kind of what's going on around you, the way that you perceive these hardships that come with something new, that come with a new lifestyle is going to be that magic sauce. It's going to be your superpower. It's going to be uplifting, exciting, or it can be your prison of like, oh, I have to do this. And gosh, this is hard, So it just depends on how you're going to show up for that. I'm just looking at the rest of my notes because I wrote down a lot of stuff, but I think I covered everything. This is the next point that's very, very important. I definitely didn't cover everything, but you need to get comfortable. I covered everything on that last point, but the next point, you need to get comfortable being uncomfortable in every sense of the word. Okay. So be on an active pursuit of getting uncomfortable, doing things that you say you're afraid of. For example, I jumped out of an airplane one time because I always told myself I was afraid of heights. I was in the middle of a career change. I was going to shift from working in the Runtastic office full time to working with them on a freelancer basis and doing online coaching, like what I'm doing now, like with this 6-week program, like with my online VIP coaching clients. And I decided, okay, I'm always told myself I'm afraid of heights. I'm about to take this big pivot in my career, this big leap of faith. I'm going to jump out of an airplane. I was terrified, but I did it. And then I ended up loving it. Okay. Continuing to do things that make you feel uncomfortable. Take a public speaking course. Take, do something, join a group, take a course, learn something new that you've always wanted to do, but has made you feel a little bit uncomfortable. Get comfortable being uncomfortable. So then when these uncomfortable situations come around, that inevitably come around when it's time to do something new, to get out of your comfort zone, when it's time to basically, get out of your comfort zone. Again, you'll have gone out of your comfort zone enough times to know, hey, I can do this. I've done this enough. I've pushed my limits enough to know that I have capabilities beyond my wildest imagination. There's abundant possibilities in this universe and I got this. So it's really important to actively seek out being uncomfortable. So then you get to know it, right? So very, very important. Very, very important. In terms of I think this kind of goes with the why, but I put this here at the bottom of my notes as a note. You can do it for them. Those quotes that say oh, do it for them, do it for those that say you can't, right? I'm not a huge fan of that, to be honest. It has to be for you. Maybe in the beginning, some adversity or people that said that you couldn't or a motivation to start. But at the end of the day, it has to sit right with you. Okay. Because people's feelings and judgments of what you should be doing and what that looks like and why you're doing it and how you're doing it and all the things, they're going to change as fast as you change your socks and your underwear, right? They're going to be people's moods and inputs and perceptions and what they want to say to you on any given day and their judgments or whatever, that's going to change. And it's not your life if you're living it for somebody else and if you're living it for somebody else's opinion. So remember that. And at the end of the day, it has to be for you. Your mission and your why has to be bigger than how you're feeling at any given moment, right? Don't do it alone. Ask for help. Get in group coaching programs. Get a coach for one-on-one. I do this in my business, but I also always have coaches. I'm always, looking to up level and connect, make sure that your circle is a circle and it's not a cage, right? And just understanding that, I can't make these thoughts go away, but I can reframe them and I can make sure that I'm showing up every day in a way that I'm proud of and excited about and going after something that I couldn't not imagine doing, when it really sets your soul on fire and you find that thing where you're like, that's it. That's what I want to go after. That's the goal that I have. That's the feeling I want to have. That's the freedom that I desire for my life. Then really nothing can stop you. And that doesn't mean it's going to be easy, but it definitely, I can speak from personal experience. It's always worth it. Always worth it when you push your limits, try something new, go after what your heart desires, have a solid plan, have that support system. And go after it. Thank you so much for your question. That was an awesome question. If you guys have any questions, feel free to always send them to me. I'm at Life Like Lunden on all social media channels. You can hit me up there. Hope to see you in the Mind, Body, Love coaching program. It's going to be super, super awesome. Signups close May 28th. You can get early bird special till May 23rd, 6 weeks of group and possibly one-on-one coaching too. So I hope you're having a really beautiful day wherever you are in this world. Keep rocking it and live full out. See you next time. Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Self-Love and Sweat, the podcast. Hey, do me a favor. Wherever you're listening to this podcast, give us a review. This really helps a lot. And share this with a friend. I'm only one person, and with your help, we can really spread the message of self-love and sweat and change more lives all around the world. I'm Lunden Souza, reminding you that you deserve a life full of passion, presence, and purpose, fueled by self-love and sweat. This podcast is a Hit Spot Austria production.